Hi, so today I'm going to do a little experiment for you that we would have done in class. So what I have here is something called a pressure sensor. This is a Vernier Go Direct pressure sensor, and it's a digital pressure sensor. And I also have a syringe, and just an empty syringe. Now, over here on the right of your screen, I've actually got a graph for my data for this experiment that I'm going to be collecting, and I also have a table down here which is going to record all my data. Down here is actually the digital pressure sensor that I'm using right here. So this digital pressure sensor, the current reading right now is 98.0 kilopascals. So that's the pressure in the room right now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take and put 10 milliliters of air inside this syringe. So this isn't empty, this actually has air in it. And I'm going to seal it off against the pressure sensor here so that it is actually sealed against this pressure sensor and it's got air. Now, if I were to actually adjust it, you can see that actually changes the pressure inside of the syringe. Okay, so if I push it in, pressure goes up, and if I push it back, pressure goes down. Now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to record some data here. So I'm going to hit collect. Now my first data point is going to be just the volume 10 milliliters of air, that initial amount of air here. Now I'm not going to change how much air is in here. I'm just going to change its volume, how much space it takes up. The amount of air is going to stay the same. So there's always going to be the same number of particles inside this container of air particles. I'm just going to change how much space it takes up. So my first data point here, I'm going to hit keep. This is 10 milliliters. It's going to start graphing it for me. Now what I'm going to do next is I'm actually going to change it down to, say, 5 milliliters here. We're going to keep this data point. That's 5 milliliters. Okay. Now we go down to, say, 3 milliliters. Why don't we go up a little to maybe, say, 8 milliliters. And then we already did 10, so how do we go up to about 12 milliliters? And then I'm going to go up to, say, 15. And then let's do 18. And finally all the way out to 20. Alrighty. So I never changed how much air was in here. The only thing I changed was how much space it took up, just stretching and making it smaller. And that actually changed what the pressure was. As you can see, there's a change here on this graph that's actually pretty nice line here of it changes pretty much the same over time. It's a nice smooth line as we change that volume. So as we made the volume get bigger and bigger, we went from 3 to 5 to 8 to 10 to 12. That pressure went down less and less. Okay? And that's my experiment for you.